Hey guys, welcome back to SideQuest Comics. This is Eric here, and today is my third video of my experience at FanExpo Chicago 2024. And today is probably going to be the shortest one of my time at the FanExpo, for the whole weekend. And one of the things I like to do when I go to cons, and this is something I started doing, to get out of my local store, was I like digging in dollar bins. If you guys are, you've watched my videos, I like digging in bargain bins and dollar bins and stuff like that. And I started challenging myself where I pick 10 books. Well, sometimes I have some honorable mentions, but 10 books for $10. And this was no different at FanExpo. So I did find a stack of books, and I didn't see a whole lot there, actually. I walked around. A lot of the dealers had, their wall books. They had some of the bargain books but they're generally like buy one, get one, or, they were 5 for $20, stuff like that. Now, I did see an odd short box here and there. And actually, these books did not come all from the same dealer. They did all come from FanExpo. But some of them were, from one place, another place. And, oddly, what I noticed is that just thumbing through these, they're all kind of modern books, I guess. They're nothing I don't think that I got that was maybe some from the 80s. I'm trying to flip through here real quick and look, and most of these are fairly modern books. So I don't know if that happened to be those dealers had overstock and they just stuck it in a bin, and they're going to a big show, mark $1. They can kind of clear their overstock a little bit. I don't know. But going through all my stock video and pictures and stuff like that, I didn't get any footage of me digging through this stuff, so I hope you guys don't mind that, but it does make for a shorter video. So what we are going to do, as I always do with these dollar dives and 10 for 10s, is that I am going to go down table and I will run through what I picked up. We'll talk about kind of why I got it, stuff like that, the usual, and then we'll come up and we'll close out. So let's go ahead and go down and look at these 10 for 10 books I got at FanExpo. Okay, guys, let's jump into this 10 for 10 from the Fan Expo 2024 Chicago. And as always, I always find some honorable mentions when I do these. It's just one of those things that's it's hard, guys, to cut it down to just 10. I always have ones that just don't make the cut, and this one's no exception with this awesome cover, Wonder Woman number 755 from 2020. Now, this one, like I said, it's an awesome variant cover by Ian McDonald, and that's mainly why I got it. Very cool painterly, and I think this is a key issue. I think it's a first cameo appearance of the Four Horsewomen, so kind of a variation on the Four Horsemen, I guess. I'm not a huge Wonder Woman collector, so but like I said, it was the cover that drew me in on this one. And then my other honorable mention was this one. It is Future State Superman Worlds of War #1 from 2021. Another very cool painterly cover. I think this is, I looked up his first black racer. Now, this is #1. There's a #2 that I have to find. And this is a chunky book. I think originally this was an $8 book, you guys. So there's a lot to read here. And I mean, for $1, I think this was an excellent value. I will have to find #2 so I can finish off the story when I read this one. I really don't know anything about this Future State storyline, but I thought it was a very cool cover. And I do like Superman. So, like I said, I'll have to find #2 to actually finish reading this story. Now, on to my actual 10 picks. So, this one is the first one here. We got Doctor Strange, Volume 4, number 25 from 2017. And this is an iconic cover by Kevin Nolan. Very cool. I used to collect Doctor Strange, and I kind of dabble in it here and there. But yeah, this one is just such an iconic cover of Doctor Strange with the cape flowing like that. And this one will actually probably end up going to my buddy Ron, who is a huge Doctor Strange fan. So, very cool to pick this up. I thought I'd share it with you guys. And next up is this one. It's Ghost Racers #1. It came out 2015. And I think this is part of Battle World and Secret Wars that they did back then, of like multi-universe, different Ghost Riders. And I don't have a lot of this version of Ghost Rider, Robbie Reeves with the car, and instead of the motorcycles, which is what I know Ghost Rider as. But yeah, this is a key book. I guess there's a ton of appearances in here. This is like the first appearance of the Spirits of Ignition. So yeah, I'm happy to get this, see what it's all about. The artwork looks pretty cool. It's cool Ghost Rider action. So I'm excited to read this one and just find out more about him as Ghost Rider. But then, speaking of Ghost Rider, I found quite a few. I found this one, number 29 from Volume 5, that I've been looking to finish off this volume. Came out 2009. I don't know what's going on here. We got, Fire and Ice Ghost Riders. I don't know for sure. I'll have to read this, but it's a pretty neat series, I guess. It's regarded highly by Jason Aaron. And yeah, I've been hunting for these issues to finish off Volume 5 for a while. And to go along with that one, I also found this one in the box, which surprised me because number 33 here can be hard to find. This one also came out 2009. And this is a cool cover, guys. This is a big cover by Arthur Sudam, who you guys might know from the Marvel Zombies. And I know he did some covers for Wolverine, and I'm trying to think some other cover. He did some Deadpool, I think, covers, but very painterly style that he does. So, and yeah, like I said, I'm surprised to find this one in the dollar bins because sometimes I see this book for kind of, pricey, high prices, $15 to $30. And a lot of that's because this book here is just chocked filled with first appearances, like first Hell Driver and the Devil Rig and Ghost Flyer. And I guess what they do in this is they're kind of telling a backstory of the Spirit of Vengeance and showing him, at different time periods in different characters. There's the High Flyer, World War II ace, and We got a tank driver. And so, yeah, I'm curious to read this and see what this one's all about with these characters. I've been hunting for this one for a while, so it's kind of cool. I guess that's the double rig. This one kind of cracks me up. Look at this guy. He's fighting zombies, and instead of penance stare, he's got a penance fist. So I guess he's pounding it into him. That's pretty funny. So yeah, lots of different versions of the Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. So I'm curious to read this one. I'm very happy to find that. So almost done with that series. Okay, and then number 5 pick here, we're switching to DC. So this one is Batman the Detective #1 from 2021. And this is an awesome cover, and probably why I got it, by Andy Kubert, who I'm a fan of his stuff. I know his stuff from X-Men. And, it's probably why I grabbed this. I mean, I do have Batman versus Predator. I like how he does Batman. So, yeah, it's a cool variant cover, and he did the interiors, it looks like. Yep. And I like how he draws Batman, to tell you the truth. So very cool find. For $1, I'll read this. And I don't even know how long this series was, how many issues. So, but very cool cover. I like kind of this look of Batman. And then keeping it in the Batman family, I got this one, Batwoman Rebirth #1. This came out in 2017. And this is a pretty cool cover by Steve Epting. Very striking with the red hair and stuff like that. Very cool. And as I was doing research, I did not realize, but it's James Tynion IV that co-wrote this. So, but yeah, he did some, we know him from Something Killing the Children, but he did do other work with, DC, and I think he did stuff with Marvel too. So before, he had all his little side projects and all that, which I think he was going back and forth actually, but very cool one. I know sometimes these Rebirth #1 issues can be hard to find when they were kind of rebooting the series and whatnot. So very cool to have this in the collection. I think I do have some other Batwoman stuff that I inherited downstairs. I'll have to see if I have them, what box they are, and I can, put this one with it. And then keeping it DC, I found this one, DC Universe #0. This is co-written by Grant Morrison and Jeff Johns, and it was only $1 when it came out. So it's fitting that I found it for $1. Now, I got this one because of the awesome, awesome cover by George Perez. And this is a second cameo appearance of the Orange Lantern. I probably just butchered his name up, but so that's kind of a big draw right there too. I'm not sure exactly what this is. I don't know if it's like a reboot story or what exactly. So I'm curious to read this one. I always kind of like the DC universe, these big mega where they put all the superheroes together. That kind of is what draws me in for DC. And then my number 8 pick here is Justice League of America. This is volume 2, #0. This is written by Brad Meltzer, and it's got all kinds of different artists that worked on this one. But the main one that got me is the cover artist was Michael Turner. Kind of a cool shot of the Trinity right here of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. And yeah, I think, I know Justice League of America from like 60s, 70s, 80s. I don't know anything about them. I know they played around with the name a little bit. For a while, it's just Justice League. Sometimes it's Justice Society of America. I don't know all the ins and outs of the different teams for DC, but I'm learning. I'm slowly trying to learn and spread out a little bit. So yeah, very cool cover to pick up. Now, my number 9 pick was this one. It's Dawn of DC, Superboy, Man of Tomorrow, #1. Now, this is a fairly recent issue, as part of the Dawn of DC. This came out in 2023, #1 here. And I did find #2 like a couple days later or whatever at my local store. So I got 1 and 2 to read, try it out, see if I like this one, see if the series is, rest of it's worth getting. I'm a fan of Superboy, like I said, from back in the day with Tom Grummett and, his stuff. And yeah, I'm curious. I don't think it was a very long series, so I'll give it a try, see if it's, any good. And this one actually is a key also. It's the first team appearance of the Cosmoteers. I'll have to read it and find out about them. But then lastly, my pick, number 10 here is Superman, Batman, #24 from 2006. This is one of those series like Trinity that had, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. This was one of those series that I've been slowly picking up here and there as I see them. It was a series I actually inherited along with Trinity from my brother-in-law. So I've been filling it out. I feel like I want to fill it out. And this is kind of a cool cover. You know, where we have, I guess we got like a gender swap or something happened. Because, I mean, this is Batman, but he is a she now. And I guess this is Clark as a, a woman. And then this one's what throws me off because it's a man, but it's not Superman. Is this what is or was this Supergirl? Because I mean, blonde hair. So that's kind of what my feeling is there, as the three of them gender swapped or something. Don't know. I will have to read it. I do like the cover art. It's pretty cool. The interior art looks very similar for the time period. It's I don't know if I want to describe it as cartoony, but it's definitely stylized, clean. And yeah, so I'm curious. I have not read much of this series. Like I said, I'm slowly filling it out. But yeah, very cool pickups. Guys, that is it for the 10 for 10 challenge at FanExpo Chicago 2024. So let's go ahead and we'll go up and we'll close this one out. Well, there you go, guys. There is my 10 for 10 challenge from FanExpo Chicago 2024. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot to pick from. These were kind of made up from a couple different dealers, but that's okay. I was still at the same event. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of these modern books. Some of these I've been looking for a while, and they've been a little overpriced in regular backstock. So to find them at $1 is kind of like a big win. And of course, my honorable mentions that I can always have a couple, guys. But if you guys like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up for the video and any other video that you check out. And as always, give me a comment. What did you guys think of these pickups I did digging in dollar bins? Have you tried the 10 for 10 challenge yourself? It's something that I came up that's kind of a cool way to kind of keep yourself reined in a little bit, right, guys? But if you could do that, I appreciate it. I love hearing from you guys. And while you're at it, head over to Instagram, give me a follow and like some posts there. I'm sure I got something there that you guys will enjoy. I kind of try to show off some of the bigger books that I find in my quest and then try to do theme stuff, whether it's a first appearance or a Mutant Monday. I love my mutants. So, but check me out there. Give me a follow once again. And well, that's all I got for you guys for this video, this dollar diving, guys, from FanExpo Chicago 2024, and my last video of coverage of FanExpo. Until the next con, happy questing out there when you're doing your 10 for $10 digging, and we will talk to you next time, guys.